Hello everybody, my name is Raj. Let me start off by saying I am not a professional video blogger. I am, however, going to share with you some lessons that I've learned in using virtual meetings as a way to do business and communicate with people. I've made a lot of mistakes over the time that I've been doing this, but what I hope to share with you today is some tips on how you can actually avoid some of those mistakes and make some of your interactions on video calls a little bit more successful. So I'm going to share with you some tips. Let's talk about the technology we use. Many of us use laptops, and laptops are great. They have built-in webcams these days and built-in microphones. But I will say, if you're going to be doing this as a professional basis and you want to get across a really good, nice clear picture and really good audio, then it's worth investing in some external items. Take this lapel microphone, for example. It's about $25. 25 US dollars, about 25 pounds, not expensive, and it's very, very effective. I could use the microphone on my PC, but it's not as good. Other things you can do is you can buy the big Yeti mics and such like. They're okay, I've tried them, not really my cup of tea, didn't work as well for me. I prefer this, and you can also get some software these days that allow you to actually reduce or eliminate background noise so that you can turn an ordinary lapel mic into noise cancelling. Then there's a webcam as well. I don't use my webcam on my laptop. It's good, but it's not the best. I prefer an external webcam. I'm going to show you a picture of what I use. As you can see, I've mounted it on a tripod, so that gives me flexibility. I can move it around to get the best possible picture. And I know the quality is good. Dress code, is it really that important on a meeting? Well, I would argue depends on the type of the meeting. If you've got a business meeting, you may want to dress appropriately. You might want to wear business attire. If it's me and I'm doing an interview or I'm meeting customers or potential customers, I like to put on a corporate shirt. Why? Because it shows where I am, which country. It also has my company brand. It's all about brand. What I wear underneath? Well, that's my business. However, I have to be cautious at times because I may have to get up if I'm sitting down doing an interview, may have to get up and go and grab something. So, business on top, party at the bottom, depends on the situation. But dress appropriately for the meeting. Viewing angles, are they really, really important? I think so. Let me explain why. I interview lots of industry professionals from the industry that I'm in, which is contact center customer experience. And one of the things I often see is I'm talking to an industry expert. They know their subject matter better than anybody else, but they look terrible on screen. And I'm often now suggesting, can you do this, can you do that, can you adjust this so that they look better? So let me give you a few tips. If you've got your webcam and it's at eye level or slightly above, it's going to make you look good in most cases. Okay? You don't want to be looking down at your web camera down there because it doesn't look good. Likewise, you don't want to be looking way up there. Put your webcam on a shelf so you're looking up when you're having a meeting, because everything's going to be out of proportion. You want to be looking about eye level or just above eye level into the camera. It opens up your eyes as well and makes you look good. Let's talk a little bit about lighting. Lighting is really important. I've made some terrible mistakes. I was once interviewing somebody and I had the sunlight over in front of me, beaming through a window, had some blinds, and as the sun was moving around, because I was on the interview for about 30 minutes, you could see shadows being formed on my face. It looked absolutely terrible. So if you're going to use natural light, make sure you don't have any blinds there that could cause shadows on your face. And also be careful what time of day you're filming, because you don't want to be filming as the sun's moving past the window. Another thing to consider about lighting is you want to make sure you don't have light directly behind you, because that's going to make you appear very dark, because the camera's going to be trying to adjust for the very bright lights behind you. Or if it's above you, be really careful about how you're using lighting. And a trick I learned from somebody else is that if you want to just check the lighting, get your phone, put it on camera mode and have it so it's looking at you, so it's a front facing camera, hold it up and just look at the camera and walk around until you get really good even light on your face, and that's probably a good spot in terms of setting up your webcam for when you're going to be doing an interview or an online meeting. You want to make sure you've got plenty of light on your face and you don't have shadows on this side or shadows on this side, or you don't have lights just coming from above which cause you big dark shadows on your face. You want to try and get even lighting wherever possible. So that's something to consider. Let's talk about distractions for a moment. Those can be anything. It could be noise from outside. So if you know there's construction work or loud noises, maybe try and avoid doing a video call during those times. Another thing you might have is you might have pets or family members who open the door when you're doing an interview or you're on a call and they kind of pop their head around a corner to see what you're up to. Avoid distractions wherever possible. And one of the things that I do at my house is I create a little sign. I put a bit of string on it, I just hang it on the door so everybody knows not to disturb me because I'm actually doing a video call. And the last thing you want to see is one of my family members walking behind me or popping their head around a corner. I've heard all sorts of horror stories where people are doing videos and then somebody walks behind them. In all different states of affairs, so be really careful, okay? Try and control distractions. It doesn't take much. Put some simple signs up and also tell people when you're actually doing meetings. Teleprompters are brilliant if you can use them. Me personally, I don't like them that much because I try and read off them and it sounds like I'm reading off a teleprompter. If you are using a teleprompter, be really careful, okay? You want to sound natural, you want to sound like as if you're not reading a script. So if you do use a teleprompter, make sure again you're looking at the camera, you're looking into the camera, you're not trying to look away like this or go like this as you see some politicians do. Absolutely terrible at using teleprompters. You want to sound natural and be fluid. Here's a few more pointers about things that you can do to set up your workspace a little bit more efficiently for when you're doing interviews. I'm going to show you some pictures of different scenarios that I've got. The first one we're going to look at is how I get my camera at eye level if I'm using a webcam. So what you can see on this is I've mounted my webcam on a small tripod. Lots of webcams actually have tripod mounts, which is really useful. And I've put it on a box. This is just a regular flip top file box. So it means that when I'm talking to you, the camera's just above eye level. Another thing you can do is when you don't have a tripod, or if you don't have a tripod, just put your laptop on a box like so, and then you can adjust it depending on whether you need to move the box sideways or on its length to actually get the right height so that you can look directly into the camera when you're talking. So I hope that's been useful. I hope you've learnt some things based on my own personal experiences and the mistakes I've made. Whatever you do, if things go wrong, don't panic, just carry on as normal. Sometimes people don't notice if you're making a mistake. Just carry on as normal and enjoy it. Smile, be happy, look good, feel great and do a good job. Thank you for watching this video and good luck.